Okay, says I'm live here. Um, I think the lighting is good. I didn't cut all the lights on my lamp on because I didn't want to get super hot in here because it's like 68 degrees. But I know if I have all these lights on, it's going to get warm. But we'll see if notifications go out, and if so, we'll talk about what's been happening in the past day, because I did say last night if Zatima, if I wanted to talk about it, then I'd go ahead and do a live stream Thursday night, because I think the majority of folks might have seen the episodes by now. And we did my reviews. I made sure to get all my reviews up today for Sistas, Zatima, the trailer breakdown for Sistas. And I went ahead and did my Beyond the Gates review hours ago as well. So if you can see and hear me, make sure you let me know in the chat. Wi-Fi signal looks strong on this end, so hopefully won't be any technical issues. So yeah, if you're in here, let me know, and we can get started with the discussion. I only see 3 people. I don't know if notifications went out. I'm going to assume they didn't. But then again, I don't know. Sometimes I'll just turn my head, look back, and I'll see that we got like 60 people watching. And I wanted to wait until after BET Plus did their Instagram live with Courtney, the writer or producer of season 4. I mean, the main point, like I said in my reviews, I didn't think the episodes were bad. I just think it was kind of a okay start to the season. If I were to just sum it up briefly, I'd say episode 1 was like a season 3 epilogue. Basically, the entire theme of the episode: Zach, don't do anything to Jeremiah to make you lose everything. And then episode 2 had a 4-month time jump. Like, we literally, like 4 months later, and I'm like, whoa. And that episode was kind of setting up what's to come. So it just felt like overall, this was a situation where the first episode closed up season 3. The second episode was the true beginning of season 4. And that's about it. I mean, the only thing I can really say I enjoyed was the fact that seeing Zach and Fatima being on one accord for the most part and being loving to each other, very, very refreshing after sitting through 2 months of drama on Sistas. So I will say that was one of the most refreshing bits from Zatima week 1 of season 4. Dang, we only got 11 people. Yeah, I don't think notifications went out. This is sad, because I was really hoping we could have a good discussion about Zatima. But if nobody shows up, that's all good. I mean, I can just try again tomorrow. It's no big deal. Because honestly, I'm wearing like my do nothing shirt because I was about to go to bed, but I'm like, I'll poke my head over here. I did say I'd try to go live. I'll give it to like the 5-minute mark. If we don't have more than like 20 people, I'll just call in the night and we'll pick it up again tomorrow. See if more people. So if anybody's listening and you got any thoughts, just let me know in the comments. What did you think about the episodes? And we can go from there. Sistas was great. I disagree. I mean, yeah, I did give it a 10, but remember, if you watch my review, I said that if you took my excitement or my joy of the Hayden scene, it was about a 3 or a 4. Okay, we got 15 people, so we got some people in here. Yeah, honestly, truth be told, I don't really have that much to say about Zatima. I mean, that's why my reviews were relatively short. Episode 1 was like 16 minutes. Episode 2 was like 14. I don't know. They might change it. I mean, they might retcon it where the DNA test was faulty and Michael really isn't Zach's son. I mean, I have no issue with the character, but if he's been MIA for so long that, I mean, you might as well, if you don't want him to be the son, you could just say the DNA test was faulty and move on from there. I mean, nothing else you. I'm looking. I love the Deja and Fatima scene. Yeah, it's like hatred to mutual respect. That's if Hayden. I think Hayden by now. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I agree. They definitely are going to make it where Michael isn't Zach's son. I do find it kind of funny. Fatima is pregnant with one child, yet she has a much larger baby bump than Karen, who was pregnant with twins. Oh, thank the Lord. Sorry, I'm just checking my email. Somebody finally bought one of my I guess you could say top tier eBay items. So the money coming from that is going to be a big help. Okay. They accepted my offer of 405. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Jesus. I'm sad to let go of my last Charizard collector's box, but bills, bills. Man, I'd say being an adult sucks sometimes, but it's a blessing to be able to say, yo, if I need a few $100s, I got a collectible in my closet I could just pull out and sell when I need it. Blessing indeed. How y'all doing? Okay, we got 20 people up in here now. Okay, so we're doing okay. Okay, we got 17 people up in here now. We're doing okay. But I don't know if you saw this, but on Instagram, and let me check to see if it's on Twitter as well. Because I want to tell you something that happened earlier today. Give me one moment here so I can pull it up. Okay, it looks like it's only on Instagram, but I'll talk about it anyway because they promoted it. So essentially, there's this like media company that's working with BET, and they are holding some sort of like mid-season finale watch party, and they invited your boy out. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, Jeremy, we'll give you the VIP treatment. You can come to the event. We'll link you up so you can meet the special guests, aka some of the cast of the show. And I'm like, well, for real? That took me back because I've been in this YouTube game for years, nearly a decade. Biggest YouTube channel centered around Tyler Perry content from a fan perspective, that is. And all these years, I finally get invited to an event, but it's in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm like, dang it. Can't go. Because my money is shot all to Hades right now because not to get into personal details of exactly what my finances look like right now, but just keep in mind my birthday was August 29th, right? And like I said, my finances look like right now, but just keep in mind my birthday was August 29th, right? And like I said, my sister's birthday was on September 1st. So the plan was, you know what? Look, Monday's Labor Day, everybody's off work. I got the grill. Let's just cook it up, have a good time. But remember, my family got the Rona. So for like the first, basically all last week, they were out of work. All right. So now everybody's feeling good. They're back at work. However, they're all got to work overtime because they weren't paid for all those days they had off. So a bulk of the money that you all graciously gave me for my birthday, which I am blessed to have, while I did use a good chunk of it to pay my bills, I had to like give them money because they didn't have anything. So that's why I'm in a bind myself right now. So it sucks that I'm like, man, to finally be in a position where I'm invited to go somewhere, do something, and meet these people face to face. I can't go because I had to be a good Samaritan and help out the family, and now I'm screwed. But at the same time, all these years and to finally be invited somewhere, at least that made me momentarily happy. That made me momentarily happy, man. It sucks. It really does, but it is what it is. At least I know I'm seen for what it's worth. But hey, yep. All right, so let me go ahead. If you're in Brooklyn, New York, go. They put it on their Instagram page. The Sistas Instagram page is where it's at. It's like you just DM. They got instructions because I'm like, I don't even drink, so it's like, hang on, let me see if I can even find the post real quick. Man, I'm just like, that's messed up. It's like I finally get the invite, but I ain't got no way to get there. I'm just like, man, because it's at the worst possible time too. Oh yeah. Mid-season finale watch party, free giveaways, complimentary food and drinks, special guest, which I think special guest is obviously some of the cast members. Brooklyn, New York, September 24th. And they got instructions like go over to this specific page, Sister Season 9, you DM them and they'll hook you up. And this is the instructions for everybody. But the specific marketing agency reached out to me personally. And I felt like, oh my God, this is it. But then when they said where it was and when, I'm like, dang. Yeah, congrats. I mean, like I said, hey, I'm happy to get your brother. I'm happy to get invited, because especially for Sisters of all shows, being a straight single black dude giving my commentary on a show that's female driven. And to think, because you remember when I got started, I'm like, the haves and the have-nots is going to be my ticket. But then again, I did not get invited to the final cast reunion. So I'm like, there was my opportunity. Shot to hell. But the fact that they reached out to me was cool. I don't know. Maybe they'll hook me up with some swag. Like maybe they'll send me something. That would be nice. They don't have to, but it's the thought that counts. All right. It's the thought that counts. So I feel blessed knowing that I was thought of. Now let me there's a few chats here. I feel like Zach would have had to do some crazy stuff for her to leave him. Yep. I'm sure you'll find a way to get there. Nah, I'm good. You need to go, man. Wait, hang on, Lynette, right, ma'am? I ain't got the money for a trip. I do not. My money is all. Look, I get paid on the 22nd from YouTube. I usually get paid the 21st, but if the 21st is on a weekend, I don't get the money until the next business day. And I gotta praise God, August was a good month ad revenue wise. I got other bills and stuff. I got a mortgage. I trust and believe. It's not that I need to go. I want to go, but I have other responsibilities. I can't afford it. I can't. I mean, like if it was all expense paid, that would be tight. But I mean, that's see, the thing is, like when they had the haves and the have-nots cast reunion, the special guest that they the super fan, they flew that person out. I mean, like, hey, the invite was great, but that doesn't pay for my travel or room and board. Like if I stay in a hotel or something, I ain't got the money for that. I hear that would have been cool. I hear you. That would have been cool. Yeah, it really would have. Okay, so Francine, the way I remember it, Angela asked Bryce to get the security cameras to put into her fire alarm. Look, his explanation, this really confused me because the entire storyline felt forced as I don't know what. So Bryce said that he was on what was he on? Some gambling site or something. He said he got an email from somebody saying, hey, I got the passwords to all your accounts. And if you don't pay X amount of money, then I'm going to release them or something. And then that was linked to the look, I don't even want to go back and watch it. I don't care about this storyline, but it wouldn't surprise. Bryce claims it was an accident, but knowing Bryce, I would not be surprised if he purposefully kept the login information so he could spy on Angela to see who she would have over at the house. I would not put that past his character. Also, the fact that he says he has friends at like the special crimes unit who could scrub the internet of those videos and comments. And I'm like, so you're telling me Bryce could do that, but Malachi, who works for the freaking FBI, he and his connections couldn't do it, but Bryce could? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Well, no, it couldn't be Malachi that Bryce was talking to at cyber headquarters because Malachi couldn't do it or his connections. This makes no sense. I'm just going to hand wave it away and just forget about it because it makes zero sense. Not to mention, I still don't like Bryce because he and Belinda are cut from the same cloth. They're the ones who screw up big time. And then they'll just try to slither in during a moment of crisis or tragedy, trying to get back on someone else's good side to make a situation about them. And like, ain't nobody think about you. Like, seriously, we skip ahead 4 months. And the first thing Bryce does when Angela opens the door is, wait, are you talking to Sean? If that ain't a red flag, like, why does Angela continue to entertain this dude? Why? Okay, any other comments? Would you say that Jeremiah is the most toxic? Absolutely not. You know, I hate to say this, and I don't want this to come across the wrong way. Well, I want to ask you this question. Who do you think is more toxic, Jeremiah or everybody else around him just excusing his behavior, letting him get away with it? Like, that's what annoyed me about episode 1. I mean, to be completely honest, I guess it was written in as a joke, but when you really think about it, is it that ridiculous for Zach to want a bodyguard for Fatima? Just think about that now. Think about all the drama, all the people that just roll up on them, whether it be at their house or whenever Fatima's out and about. A bodyguard is not that ridiculous in hindsight. Seriously. I mean, with Jeremiah and, well, we know Leslie's going to be popping up. A bodyguard is not that bad of an idea. And when it comes to Jeremiah, it's like, let it go, Zach, let it go. And I'm thinking to myself, well, Fatima, how many more times does Jeremiah either have to directly or indirectly put you in the hospital? And then Zach is supposed to just let it go. And I liked how Zach said, hey, look, if anything happens to you, people are going to be looking at me like, why didn't you protect her? And for Fatima to say, Zach, you do protect me. And like Zach said, well, if that's the case, why are you in the hospital bed right now? And to think all of this was over a dang chain that he stole. A chain. He's going to run up in the house, bring trouble to their front door over a dang chain. Make it make sense. Yeah, the doctor sounds hopeful, but I'm not going to lie, it feels kind of forced that she is iffy on keeping up the chemo treatments because she doesn't have anybody to watch her kids. because in the trailer it looks like she's crawling in the middle of a house fire. So do you think she went to the hospital for her chemo, left her kids alone, and then they set the place on fire by accident? Because remember, they skipped ahead 4 months. Her and Zach haven't really that. And I'm thinking, so you tell me 4 months have gone by and Tony is still the only person who knows about the cancer? That doesn't really add up to me. Denise, I hear you. I hear you about them telling. It wasn't just Fatima. It was Nate. It was Tony, Preston. I get it. It's like this first episode was, Zach, don't get into trouble like you did last season. But my thing is this: how much more does Jeremiah have to do before somebody does something? Like, what Jeremiah is doing is not okay. Heck, even Connie and the crew tell Jeremiah, look, we can't hide you or protect you from Zach anymore. I mean, you could argue now they're protecting Zach from himself, but like I said, well, hopefully he's just locked away in jail for however long. Amir's killing it though. Don't get me. Oh yeah, I know I said I'd have my Band-Aid and thing on like Jeremiah. This live stream was completely off the cuff. I wasn't going to do it, but I did say I would last night. Hence why I'm actually doing it now. So. All right. We got 30-some people in here. Anybody got any questions? Well, I mean, anything to add to the Zatima discussion at least? Because I guess I'll round it out by talking about Sisters and my main issue with it. But when it comes to Zatima, I guess Leslie. Okay. So my guess of how Leslie has that spare key, I'm assuming she never returned the spare because Fatima told Leslie and Malachi where to find the spare key. Leslie must have kept it and made a copy of it, explaining how, number one, she got into bed last season and then Zach got in the bedroom. And then it also explains how she just took the key and waltzed into the house. My question is, did Angela ever tell Fatima about that? Because we skipped ahead 4 months and it was never brought up. Oh, yeah, I'm glad that Fatima got that baby bump. But it's crazy how she's pregnant with one child, allegedly, and her baby bump is much bigger than Karen, who was pregnant with twins. That's some wild stuff. Yeah, I guess, yeah, so Tony did kill that dude who tried to rob the barbershop. I guess Rise Ventures is back on the rise since Preston said they're in the new office now. Put him in rehab. It's like the wilderness. Yeah. Oh, yeah, referring to Jeremiah. And to round things out, I was talking with somebody about this. I don't know if Sisters is coming to an end, but I'm literally about to talk about my main issue with the show. It's the fact that you have these writers and the show feels all disjointed. This isn't an old complaint. I mean, this isn't a new complaint, but I'm mad because season 9 started off with so much promise, but now it's like they're purposefully making everyone either insufferable or not acting like themselves, or they're acting like their old selves from like 7 seasons ago. Because truly, season 9 of Sisters has turned into the Oval season 6, a season that is very promising, banger episodes, acting on point. But then as we inch closer to the mid-season finale, it falls off a cliff and it never recovers. Because I get that the episodes are split up between the writers, but there needs to be more cohesion because it just feels like these episodes don't link up well. Character motivation is all over the place. Some of these characters, it's almost like they don't know what to do with them at all. And here's the thing. Most of the drama and tension is forced as I don't know what. Like Andy going at Fatima over some dang flowers. Sabrina wanted to be a garden tool. The Danny and Tony thing. All of this is just so forced. Yeah, you could be right. They're writing things they can't relate to. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Just because Zatima is 4 months ahead, if not more, doesn't mean Sisters is coming to an end soon. There's just a lot of craziness going on with the writing. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, but that's about it. Dang, man. Yeah, I wish I was closer to Brooklyn, but nope, unfortunately, about going to New York. But hey, it's the thought that counts. Maybe, I don't know, someday another opportunity will pop up. But this just isn't a good time. It would be nice though. This could be like a extended or belated birthday present because I haven't been on vacation since I've been self-employed. So this would be like a work trip, if you will. And not to mention, I could possibly have the opportunity to meet some of my followers and fans in person. That would be wild. But oh well. Whew. Okay, well, happy belated birthday. Okay, thank you. But if nothing else, I guess that's all I have to say. Sadly, the Zatima episodes, I think next week is when things will pick up, though. But this week was like a soft opening to what's possibly going to be a drama-filled season. Thanks so much for tuning into the live. And like I said, all my episode reviews are up. The Sisters trailer breakdown is up. And, you know, over the next week, I'll get my discussion topics out there. I got a lot of stuff to do. And I guess because my nephew is going to be gone this weekend, I do want to get my office straight. So there you go. All right. Well, hey, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Oh, yeah. And have a good weekend, too.